When I first decided I want to learn patchwork and quilting, I went on eBay and I bought myself some pre-cut squares. They were very beautiful, they were all lilacs and purples, which are my absolute favourite colours. They arrived in the post and I opened the packet, laid them all out on the table, and then I realised I had absolutely zero idea what to do with them. At the time, I thought that I was the problem, that it was just me, that I didn't know enough. But actually, there was something about those pre-cuts that nobody had told me. And today, I want to share it with you because I think it could save you a lot of wasted fabric, wasted time, wasted money, and it would save you a lot of frustration. So, who am I? I am Kim, this is Quilt with Kim, and I've dedicated this channel to beginners in quilting, and you, my lovely, are very, very welcome. Pre-cut fabrics versus yardage, which is best for beginners? This is a question I get asked a lot because there are plenty of people in the quilting world who will give you a very balanced, well, it depends answer. And look, I do appreciate balance, but today I'm going to give you my honest opinion because after teaching hundreds of beginners over the years, I genuinely think there is a clear answer here, and it might surprise you. First though, let's just quickly make sure that we're on the same page about what pre-cuts actually are, because if you're brand new to quilting, this terminology can feel a bit overwhelming. Precuts are pieces of fabric that have already been cut to a standard size for you. The most common ones that you'll come across are, there's charm packs, which are 5-inch squares. There's layer cakes, which are 10-inch squares. Those were my lilac ones that I bought. And there's obviously fat quarters, which are roughly 18-inch by 22 inches. There are also jelly rolls, which sounds amazing, but they're just long strips of fabric. They're usually 2.5 inches wide by the width of fabric. They're sold in coordinating collections, so all the fabrics go beautifully together and they look absolutely gorgeous. So I completely understand why beginners are drawn to them like bees to a honeypot. Bees to a honeypot? Because I was too when I started. I do want to be fair to pre-cuts here because they're not without their place. If you're making a pattern that has been specially designed for them, like a jelly roll quilt, for example, or a fat quarter quilt, then they are absolutely brilliant. The pattern and the fabric are designed to work together, and that takes all of that guesswork away. They're also wonderfully convenient. Somebody has already done the cutting for you, the fabrics coordinate beautifully, and they make a gorgeous gift for a quilter. So I'm not dismissing them at all, but, and this is a big but, for an absolute beginner who is just starting out and trying to learn the basics, my honest opinion is that I think pre-cuts can actually make your life harder. And here is why. Most beginner quilting patterns, and I mean the vast majority, are written using what we call WOF. That just stands for width of fabric, which is the full width of fabric as it comes off the bolt in the shop. It's usually around 42 to 44 inches wide in the quilting world. So when a pattern says cut a 3-inch strip WOF, it's assuming that you're starting with a full width of fabric. But if you've already bought pre-cuts, which are cut down to a much smaller size, like 10 inches or 5 inches or a fat quarter or whatever it may be, you've now got a mismatch between what the pattern is asking and what you've actually got. And to work around that, you'd need to do some clever calculations to figure out how many of those pre-cut pieces you'd need to replace a width of fabric strip, for example. And when you're a complete beginner and you're still getting to grips to how everything works together, then those calculations can add an extra layer of confusion that you just really don't need at this stage. Yardage, however, which is buying fabric off the bolt, gives you that full width to work with, which means beginner patterns will just work straight away without any conversion headaches. There's no maths involved. But here's the thing that I think is the biggest problem with pre-cuts for beginners. And this is something that most people don't actually talk about. Have a look at the edges of a pre-cut piece of fabric and you'll notice that they're cut in a fancy zigzag pattern. That's called a pinked edge, and it's done to stop the fabric from fraying whilst it's sitting on the shelf in the shop or in your stash. And that's great, that's what we need to happen. We don't want that fraying, but here's the problem. In patchwork, everything depends on having an accurate 1/4 inch seam allowance. That's everything. If your seam allowance is slightly off, then your pieces won't fit together properly, your seams won't match at the joins, and your finished project won't look the way that it should. And that can be really demoralising when you're a beginner who is trying so hard to get it right. Now, when you're sewing with a pinked edge, that zigzag edge, where exactly do you measure from to get that accurate 1/4 inch seam? Is it the peaks of the zigzag? Or is it the troughs? Well, the answer is the troughs. That's the innermost points of the zigzag. But maintaining that accuracy consistently, especially whilst you're still learning to control your fabric and your machine and get that accurate 1/4 inch seam, that is genuinely difficult. The zigzag edge makes it really hard to get a reliable, consistent seam allowance. And the knock-on effect, that means your seams won't match at the intersections, your points don't meet, and you're left wondering what you're doing wrong, when actually the fabric was really just working against you from the start, or the pre-cut was working against you from the start. And that was the problem that I had with my lilac squares. Even if you successfully sew pre-cuts together, then what? What do you make? How do you turn a 10-inch square into something beautiful? Unless you have a specific pattern that's designed for that exact pre-cut size, it's actually not that straightforward to do the maths to create the patterns. For a beginner who is still figuring out the basics, that extra puzzle is just one step too many. So, my honest verdict, for a complete beginner, yardage wins every single time. Buying fabric off the bolt gives you a straight, clean edge, and that's much easier to sew an accurate 1/4 inch seam with. It gives you the full width of the fabric that most beginner patterns are designed for, and it gives you much more flexibility in what you can make. It's also far less frustrating along the way. Now, does this mean that pre-cuts are bad? Absolutely not. They're beautiful and I love them. But there is a time and a place, and the very beginning of your quilting journey, when you're still learning the basics, that isn't the time or the place. And those pretty lilac layer cake squares that I bought all those years ago, well, it took me about 15 years before I started to use them, and they sat in a box for all of that time, which is a bit sad, but now I do know why. If you're at the beginning of your quilting journey and you want to know exactly what you do need to get started, the right tools, the right project, and yes, even the right type of fabric, I have put together a free Quilters Quick Start Toolkit that is just for you. In this, I've cut through all the confusion and I've given you one simple, clear starting point. There's no overwhelm, there's no wasted money, just everything you need to begin starting quilting with confidence. The link to grab your free copy is in the description just down below, so go grab yourself a copy now and it'll be in your inbox in just a few minutes' time. Now, next Tuesday, I want to answer a question that I get asked by beginners all the time, and my honest answer might genuinely surprise you. If you have found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you do not miss what is coming next week. I will love you and leave you for now, and I will look forward to seeing you then. Bye for now.